Good Tuesday morning, everyone. It is October the 11th, 2011. Thanks for watching the first ever edition of the video blog at briansweather.wordpress.com. What I'll do is I'll take a quick look at the weather, break it down, and look at the different layers of the atmosphere. Alright, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the different layers of the atmosphere, just like peeling away at the layers of an onion here. We've got the 300 millibar chart coming first. We have a very strong upper ridge in place, a very strong upper low, pushing a jet streak into the Pacific Northwest with a negatively tilted trough over the Midwest and Great Plains, and another pretty strong ridge to the east. We are currently under southerly flow, but if we go forward through the next couple of hours by 18Z today, which is noon, we see the trough kind of flattening out but strengthening by tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon. Now this is when we come into the exit region of the jet streak, and it looks like we could be in the front left quadrant briefly, which would give us some rising air, some positive vorticity advection, giving us 60-knot winds straight out of the west, and that's going to give us some good directional shear, some good vertical shear for some strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk about that here in a minute. As we continue to go forward through 6 p.m. into 6 a.m. on Thursday, we still see that jet streak off to the west, but eventually moves through over the course of Thursday into Friday and coming in on Saturday. The 500 millibar chart, this is just under probably 20,000 feet. We see still that very strong vortex pivoting right over portions of Oregon and Washington state there. As we go through the next few hours, we see that the trough tends to deepen. We still have that broad area of high pressure just off the Baja California, very tight gradient in the upper levels, and it's starting to push a pretty good line of vorticity just west of the trough axis there, and by noon tomorrow should be pivoting through. Now watch and see how this vortex in central Iowa begins to move southeastward into central Missouri over the next few days, which could spark off some more strong storms at the base of that trough, just ahead of this trough anyway. And if you see, we're still, by 18Z tomorrow, we have about 20 to 40 knot, maybe 50 knot wind approaching from the southwest, so some very strong turning with the winds, especially at the 850 millibar level. This is where we look for our low-level jet. And by 18Z, about a 10-knot wind, so we're not looking at a very significant severe weather thing, but an isolated severe thunderstorm is possible. If you look at 700 millibar chart, currently we see a few clouds off to our west. It's generally a good indicator of cloud cover. I'm thinking that we'll see a little bit of cloud cover tomorrow, which could prevent any strong to severe weather from happening. We could just see a little bit of rain, is what I'm thinking. We'll go ahead and take you to the surface chart, and the surface analysis right now shows a low pressure just west of Oklahoma and north of Oklahoma, and a pretty tight gradient shaping up for the Midwest. Low pressure develops in the Texas Panhandle and moves eastward. Could bring a warm front through the area. Now that would be where any severe weather, as far as tornadoes are concerned, that would be the main area. But what I'm saying is we'll see a cold front move in throughout the day on Wednesday, especially Wednesday night. You can see from this lobe in our ISO bar, you can pretty much connect where the cold front would be, stretching just west of this long line of showers and thunderstorms that's pretty much painting the entire Mid-South all the way through the heartland into the Great Plains states. Could see maybe a squall line or two moving through the area, but you see some very light southerly winds ahead of this system. That's why I'm not really impressed with severe weather, but I do think we could get a strong thunderstorm or two with some potential hail. And after this storm, or after the cold front moves through, we'll see a very strong wind coming from straight out of the west with very tight isobars. You see that. Could be very windy for the next few days, especially moving into the weekend as a high pressure makes its way in. It gives us a quiet weekend ahead. Well, that'll do it for my first video blog. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll be back with next week with another edition. Thanks for watching.